Education. Good night, good night. Welcome to Let's Connect here on 88.5 Sufre FM. It is now 8:03 p.m. on the 23rd of July 2024. I do hope that those of you listening are having a good week so far. Hope that your week started out on a good note. Wishing that for every listener out there, those of you in Sufre, those of you in all around St. Lucia, those of you within the region, those of you overseas. Good night to everybody. Those of you listening on radio, those of you on Facebook, on YouTube. Do hope once again that your day has been a good one. I am your host for this evening, Reneata Dusauzay. Thank you so very much for joining us on our Let's Connect program tonight. I want to shout out all our loyal and dedicated listeners, those of you who are always locked onto our program. I want to shout you guys out tonight. So please, if you're already on, like I see some of you coming on, I want to give you a shout out. So please put your name in the chat. Tonight, I want to make sure I call out everybody so that you feel how special you are to us, because you really are special to us. Without you, I would not be here. Without you listening, we would not have a show. Without you, the listeners, we would not be coming here every Tuesday, 8 to 9 p.m. to give you the latest updates on what's happening within the community of Sufre. So we want to shout out all of our listeners tonight. So please send us a comment. Let us know you're there. Let us know you're listening. If you're locked on and you want your friends to be locked on as well, if you want your friends to get a shout out as well, if you want to shout out somebody, tell them come on to the program so that they can hear their shout out. So we want to shout out all the communities within Sufre. We want to say good night to you if you're at Itangs, if you're in Belfont, if you're in Chateau Bel Air, Monlacroix, Fort Jalib. Good night to you guys. Hope that the weather up there is all right. Good night to Bouton. Hope that everybody in Bouton is having a wonderful evening and that things are going well up there as well. We want to shout out Fort Jacques and all the various communities of Fort Jacques. We want to say good night to those of you in Mini, in Mocha, Esperance, Belvedere. We want to shout out St. Philip. I want everybody in Fosse Jacques to be locked on. So if you're in Fosse Jacques, tell a friend to tell a friend. Join us on our program tonight. We are here tonight to give you updates, all the latest that's been happening in between last week and those things coming up in the coming week. We want to make sure you're abreast of all information, pertinent information. There's a lot going on. There's back to school. There's carnival. We want to say good night to Crestland, to Zeno, to Diamond. Good night to you. I have not heard from Diamond in a little bit. We want to say good night to you. I want to shout out Palmis and Forbenier, new development. Good night, good night. Hope that you all are doing well. If you're in that area, let me know that that's where you're at. That's where you're listening to us right now. So good night to you. We want to say good night to the persons at Margaret Tooth, Sulphur Springs. Want to say good night to Lenny's Hill. Lenny's Hill, special shout out to you guys. Dana, how are you? We want to say good night to Barron's Drive, Market Road. All those of you living in town, good night, good night. Good night, mother. My mom is on. Good night, Mrs. Joseph. Good night to you, Christy Buhenry. Good night, good night. Want to say good night to everybody in town. If you're in Forbenier, good night to you guys. If you're at the waterfront, if you're at the Sufre Beach Park, shout out to Sufre Beach Park. Good night if you're listening to the radio at the beach park. We want to say good night to everybody locked on, like I said earlier. We want to welcome you to our Let's Connect program here at 88.5 Sufre FM. It's been a very, very interesting week. We want to make sure that everybody knows what's been happening in Sufre, knows what's happening in Sufre this weekend, knows what's coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. So please, if you're listening, we want you to tell a friend to tell a friend. Join us. We have Facebook, we have radio, we have YouTube. All right. So make sure everybody is there. If you have somebody you want to give a special shout out to, if you have a birthday celebrating, if you have a notice of something that occurred that you would like the people to know about, if you're opening a business and we want to say congratulations to you, if you got married, we want to say congratulations to you. If you were part of the Jubilee group who celebrated on Sunday, congratulations to you and happy feast anniversary. We have so much happening in the community. We want everybody to feel appreciated, special. We want to shout you out. Tell us what's happening with you. Come and join us on our live chat. Good night to you, Nadine James. Good night to you, Miss Queen, who definitely enjoyed her Jubilee anniversary for sure. For the last few weeks, she's been celebrating with the group. So we want to say good night to you. There's also been a class reunion having a wonderful time and doing wonderful things. They just made a wonderfully large contribution to the Sufre Comprehensive Secondary School this past Thursday, and they donated towards the construction or refurbishment or rehabilitation of the netball court at the school. So that's a wonderful thing. We want to give them a special shout out for that. So if you're part of that group, let us know what's happening with that group. If there's anything more coming up, we would love to share it with the community as well. So there's lots of things going on. I just want to make sure we have our listenership present and accounted for. So tonight, let's connect. We're going to be diving into all these wonderful things that's been going on in the community. I want to also remind everybody, especially there's back to school coming up. Remember that the foundation's school bursary program, scholarship and bursary program, requirements, book lists, needs assessment form, report book, reference letters, ID, that is ending this week, Friday, the 26th of July. So if you have not applied, you have until Friday. If you have already been in their system, you should only have to bring in your report book and the book list. So please do that. If you have books to return, please return the books in a wonderful manner, because remember, they are going to be used by other children for the new school term. The same way you receive them in a good condition, we would like them to be returned in a good condition. Good night to you, Miss Fancy Bowens from Gutter Bay in St. Vincent, Bay Gutter St. Vincent. Always locked on to us. We do hope that all is well with you down in St. Vincent, and we have the people of St. Vincent in our thoughts. And we do hope that all is well with you guys post Hurricane Beryl. So we will love that you're here with us, Miss Bowens. Thank you so very much for always joining us on Let's Connect. You have been loyal since day one, for sure. We want to thank you for that. So once again, the SRDF, Sufre Regional Development Foundation Scholarship and Bursary Program is ending on the 26th of July, which is this week, Friday. So you have until Friday to make sure you have secured your school books. All right. We want to say a special happy second birthday to one of the most jovial little girls I've ever met in my life, Miss Luna Hippolyte, who celebrated 2 years old last week, Tuesday. Luna, happy birthday to you. We do know that you enjoyed it, and I do hope that you continue to enjoy it, and wishing you many more birthdays to come. We want to wish a belated birthday to Miss Liz Campbell, also known as Teacher Liz, who celebrated on Sunday. Happy belated birthday to you, Teacher Liz. All right, our July borns. So special shout out to all of you. All right, so reminder for the bursary once again, bursary on Friday, July 26th. Last week, Thursday, the 18th of July, if you were happening to pass by the Sufre Market, you might have noticed that there was a ceremony going on. That was the launch of the Hope Project. Hope Project, we've been speaking about it many times on our Let's Connect program. You should not be a stranger to the Hope Project. Hope stands for Harnessing Opportunity and Potential by Empowerment. And this project is to help our youth, but it's not limited to youth. The age restriction has been lifted off of this project. So it's not limited to youth, but its objective is to assist persons to get employment, to start a business, to receive training in the areas that they're looking to get further employment in. So this project is for you. There is going to be an office situated, and we'll give you more details as to who you can go to for registration for the Hope office, the Hope Project, and we'll be bringing you more updates. Hopefully, I'll be able to bring on our show the person responsible for Hope now. I don't want to say too much until everything is final, but there is big things coming with the Hope Project. You can check out the Sufre Constituency Group Facebook page. It's also on 88.5 Facebook page as well. for photos of what happened at the launch. There were many dignitaries present, business persons, persons interested in mentorship, in sponsorship of the program. The entire Sufre community and the wider demographic of St. Lucia has been informed of the Hope program, and they're willing to help. We have lots of persons who have come on board. So there are persons going to be mentoring potential clients. They're going to be assisting with them starting their businesses, helping them get internships. So many wonderful things happening, and it's steamrolling ahead. Wonderful momentum so far. Congratulations to the entire committee of Hope Project, which is headed. The chairman is Mr. Michael Gustav. So congratulations to the entire committee, the entire team on a job well done on launching on Thursday, July 18th, the Hope Project. And congratulations to the clientele as well. There is about 46 registered members currently. Persons who were unable to make it to the launch, please remember to come and get your t-shirts, and you should be issued a beneficiary card to show that you are a person benefiting from that Hope project. So like I said, the project will be steamrolling ahead. There is going to be an office setup, phone line, email. You'll be receiving instructions as to how you can register, how you can get access to the benefits of this project. All right, Miss Emmanuel, thank you so very much for joining us from Brooklyn. Good night to you. I do hope that the weather in Brooklyn is all right. I heard that the heat in Brooklyn is in New York is worse than our heat, and I still find it hard to believe. So I do hope that you're having a cool evening tonight. So thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, if you're joining us late, please send us a message so we can give you a shout out. We want to say thank you for being our listenership. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being loyal to the program. So send us a little message so we can give you a shout out. Or if you want to send a shout out to somebody else, or if you're celebrating something and you want us to know, you want us to celebrate with you, let us know in our live chat here on Facebook or also on YouTube. All right, so launch of Hope Project, which took place July 18th, last week, Thursday. Once again, congratulations to Honorable Emma Hippolyte. Congratulations to the Hope Project Committee. Congratulations to Mr. Michael Gustav. And congratulations to the 46 registered beneficiaries who will be receiving wonderful assistance coming soon in terms of employment, internship, mentorship, and assistance with beginning their own businesses and starting up their entrepreneurial life. So congratulations to all of you on that. Wonderful things ahead for you. We look forward to seeing more from the Hope Project. We want to give a little touch up on the Sufre Carnival Queen Pageant 2024, which took place on Saturday, the 20th of July. Saturday, the 20th of July was our Sufre Carnival Queen Pageant. I must give kudos to the organizers for starting on time. I never expected it. I don't think anybody expected it. You started on time, right on the dot. Wonderful intro. I want to give a shout out to Herbie Clayton Altinor, who performed the saxophone as the first performance of the night. Congratulations to you, young man. You're doing wonderful things. Your performance, you did a wonderful performance at jazz. You've been performing at various events. Oh, I see great things in your future. Keep it up. Keep it up. I hear you practicing all the time. Sometimes I'm coming from work and I hear you practicing. You're very dedicated. I want to give you 2 thumbs up for that. Also, we want to say congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Hippolyte Silis, who tied the knot on Saturday. All right. Good health to them and all the best from the Hippolyte family. All right. I do believe that is coming from Melanie Hippolyte. So congratulations to those who tied the knot on Saturday. Congratulations to you. Like I said, if you're celebrating a wedding, an anniversary, jubilee, golden jubilee, diamond jubilee, we want to say congratulations to you. So share your good news with us. All right. We want to say congratulations to the 5 ladies, the 5 bombshells who put on a wonderful performance at the Sufre Carnival Queen Pageant on Saturday. You all did a wonderful job. Hats off to you, ladies. I have been backstage at many pageants. I have participated in pageants. I've been integral in many pageants, and I can say that this pageant was top notch. You guys, you started on time. Outfits were on point, hair was on point, makeup was on point, timing was on point, everything was well rehearsed. You could see just from the poise, the stature of the ladies that they went through rigorous training for this pageant. So Sufra Events Management Organization, the pageant committee, the head chaperone, Miss Nisi, we want to give all of you a shout out. You all did a wonderful, wonderful job. The giveaways throughout the night were very wonderfully met by the audience. We had a wonderful cheering section. I know most people, like I said, was expecting the pageant to start late. So it took a little time for the stands to fill, but they were indeed filled. And of course, the event was carried live by Carnival St. Lucia as well as the Sufra Events Management Organization. So if you were not able to be present in the field at the stadium, you were able to follow along at home. And I know everybody was wowed by all the performances. The intros, I love the fact that it was short. Just give your name, your sponsor. You didn't have anything too much to memorize. Wonderful. Then we had our ambassadorial speech. I do believe that section went to Miss Desi Nestor. She got best ambassadorial speech. We had the swimwear segment. I do believe as well Desi Nestor won the swimwear segment. The ladies all looked wonderful. You guys, everybody pulled off the swimsuits. I love the coloring. The coloring went with everybody's skin tone. The cuts, everything was very decent, wonderfully done. Kudos to whoever designed the swimwear and executed the swimwear. Very well done. And I cannot believe you all were able to do all of those things in heels, by the way. I would have been trembling at the knees if it was me. Once again, kudos to you guys. Talent, all the skits. I'm not sure if there was a time limit, but I find you all were very good in the timing of your skits. You all pulled everything together in a good amount of time. So, pacing of the show went very well. I do believe the winner of the talent was Miss Lecantia Maya Johnny. Very good work, Lecantia. You were very impressive from the launch of Super Carnival. I saw you when you came to do your introduction. You blew me away. I was rooting for you. You did so well. So I do believe Lecantia won the best talent. And then we had the Carnival costume portrayal. I cannot remember the names of all the designers. There was a Michael Gustav. I thought it was the Michael Gustav I mentioned earlier of the Hope Project, but he was pointed out to me. He was in the area. So it's a different Michael Gustav who designed one of the costumes, but I can't remember all the costumes. I think Giovanni Santoma. So we had some top of the line designs. I do believe 2 or 3 of the costumes will be featured by the Chic Carnival band at this weekend's Carnival. Sufra Carnival on Sunday. So look out for some of those costumes on the road. And winner of the Carnival costume segment was Lecantia Maya Johnny. And she also won Best Costume Design, which I don't think there was points for, but she got Best Costume Design and Best Carnival Costume Portrayal. And I do believe after that it was the evening wear segment and then the interview. And those are the most anticipated parts of the show. Wonderfully executed. The reveals of the outfits, because at first some of the girls came out in one thing and then they had something was removed and it was a totally different thing. Wonderfully done. I was at the edge of my seat. I had to move seats for the interview. I had to get closer because I did not want to miss a word of the interview segment. So in the end, like I said, all 5 girls, bombshells, poise, everything was on point. The environment was charged. The excitement was there. The crowd was in it for it. Everybody was, wow. The whole night was a spectacular event. Like I said, kudos to Sufra Events Management team. Kudos to the chaperones. Kudos to the head chaperone. Kudos to the committee. Everybody who had something to do with that pageant. You guys did a wonderful job. I cannot wait for next year. So in the end, we have to say that second runner-up went to Miss Raquel from Conries, representing the Conries Constituency Council. First runner-up was Miss Lecantia Maya Johnny, who was representing Sugar Beach, and the winner, Queen of the Night, Miss Desi Nestor, representing B&B Money Savers. And like they said, the queen also came from Palmis. Last year's queen was from Palmis. So there's definitely something about Palmis. So I have said that next year we should have all 5 girls be from Palmis. I would love to see that. Have a go ahead with Palmis girls only. So let's see how that will happen next year. But we're looking forward to it. Congratulations once again to the 5 ladies who participated. Everybody was wonderful. It was a tight race. I am happy I was not one of the judges. I wanted to be a judge, but I am happy I was not a judge because I don't think I would have been able to do it. Too much talent on that stage, too much talent on display. And you'll definitely put in some hard work. I can see it. Like I said, you could see just in the positioning of your bodies, in the heels, the way you walked, everything. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 5 stars. Loved it. Good job, everybody. All right. We want to say good night to you, Miss Camilla Jean. She says, blessed evening, everyone on the live. Want to say good night to you, Miss Cheryl William. All right. Yes, definitely a lovely show. All the 5 ladies did a great job indeed. All right. Melanie Hippolyte says 50th Golden Jubilee Anniversary greetings to the 1974 First Communion group. Definitely congratulations to you guys. We do hope that we have everybody's attention as we move on to our next item for tonight. I want to give a special shout out to Wild Bamboo, who is having the Splash of Colors event on Saturday night, July 27th. That is at the Mini Stadium side lawn. I do hope it's a paint and powder fete with the name of Splash of Colors, because I plan to come and get dirty. I will be bringing my friend Mona Lisa with me. For persons who are followers of Mona Lisa on TikTok, on social media, she will be accompanying me to Splash of Colors Saturday night at the Soufre Mini Stadium side lawn. Tickets are $30. You can get tickets from members of the Wild Bamboo Committee, and I do believe at Sandra's Boutique and Lawi Pop. I hope I'm saying it right. Lawi Pop, our resident makeup artist. You can get your tickets from these free segments from Sandra's Boutique, Lawi Pop's shop, and also from members of Wild Bamboo's committee. So you can get your tickets for that event, $30, early bird, regular 40, and pay more at the door. But this is going to be our lead into Soufre Carnival. We do have a few bands. There's Chic Carnival Band, there is Wild Bamboo, there is the Pamele Band. Mona Lisa is one of the section leaders for the Pamele Band. And we have the PMA Band, which had their around the Soufre today. They had a bit of a motorcade today to showcase the costumes. So children, that's the only band that has a children section children for children. So you can get your child into Carnival this year for $50 with the PMA Band. Okay, so check out the PMA office between today and Saturday so that you can register with your band and get sorted out. Get your tickets for Wild Bamboo's Splash of Color for Saturday night as we head into Carnival, which is going to begin on the Sunday. All right, Sunday the 28th of July is our first day of Carnival. I do believe we're starting at 1 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, if that's the wrong time. We're starting at 1 p.m. Carnival Sunday and Monday, the 29th of July. So we have 2 days of Carnival in Soufre. I will be jumping with the PMA Band. And like I said, my friend Mona Lisa will be with the Pamele Band. I have quite a few persons jumping with Wild Bamboo and Chic. So it's going to be a wonderful time on the road. We look forward to seeing everybody decked out in their feathers and their jewels and their sparkles and the glitter. It's gonna be a wonderful time, fun for everybody, including the kids. Like I said, the kids can join the PMA Band for only $50. Very decent and modest costume. You can check out the PMA for that. They were out on the road today, like I said. So big up to PMA Band, Pamela Band, Chic, and Wild Bamboo, the 4 bands. And I do believe Wild Bamboo also has a t-shirt section. So if you're interested in a t-shirt band segment, you can check out Wild Bamboo. All right, good night to Rufus Andre. He says good evening to me and all our viewers and listeners. have a blessed night to Sufre. Thank you so very much, Mr. Andrew, for that blessing of a good night. I do hope that we do have a good night tonight. So good news all around. Good night to Marcelina Maslin. Good night to you. She says good night to you, Miss Camilla Jean. All right. Good night to everybody. Hope that everybody is having a wonderful night tonight, like I said earlier. All right, we want to touch a little bit on Carnival. So, like I said, it's going to be Sunday the 20th and Monday the 29th of July. So, business owners, please be aware you might have some employees who may or may not be late on Monday, or who may or may not be able to come to work on Monday morning. But, we ask that you grant them some leniency, just as with National Carnival on Tuesday, where you usually typically have a half day. Maybe you can extend that courtesy to your staff. We ask you very graciously and humbly to allow them that, so that they may enjoy Sufre's Carnival season. We do hope that this is not going to be too much of an issue, so that everybody can can have a wonderful 2 days of carnival here in Sufre, just like you can have it in the national in Castries. We can have a 2 days here in Sufre as well. So we're asking the Sufre business community to be a little lenient with our people for carnival this weekend. All right. But in that same breath, we also ask that persons be monitoring their drinking. Do not overindulge. We do not want any incidents on the road. Bear in mind, children will also be on the road. So we don't want to set any bad examples. All right. Remember, the children are our future. We love them and we want them to grow up well. So good behaviors, everybody. Enjoy your carnival. All right. So also this week, Friday, is going to be a very special day. The St. Lucia Labour Party government will be celebrating its 3-year anniversary. So we do extend an invitation to the community to come into the Sufre constituency office from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday for our anniversary celebration. There will be no constituency day, meaning the minister will not be seeing persons on that day, but we will be having a celebration. There will be music and light refreshments at our office from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The time limit is because we also have a funeral to attend. The funeral of Janet and Charles, better known as Nurse Charles, also known as Tidudu, will be on Friday afternoon. So we will only be celebrating up until 2 p.m. That is why we have it set at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday. So come and enjoy our celebration with us, and then we go and celebrate the life of one of our dearest friends who we shall be laying to rest that afternoon. On Thursday, we have two funerals as well. Funeral of Miss Joan Modeste and also Rafik Francois will be taking place Thursday, the 25th. All right, so there's a bit of a mixture of emotions this week. There's excitement for Carnival. There is celebrations happening all over the place, but we also have a bit of sadness in the fact that we do have some persons being laid to rest. So we do encourage as many persons as possible to attend these funerals. Show your support to the family, show your support to the grieving family. Bring a card, give them a hug. Make sure you show your face. Let them know that, we were thinking of you on that day. We ask that you at least just give them that little bit of upliftment, as we have celebrations, yes, but we do have to, it's part of life. We have to observe the sadness as well. Want to say good night to Cleanus Alexander. Thank you so much for joining us on our program. Fancy you enjoyed St. Lucia's Carnival. I think they said this year was record best for St. Lucia Carnival. That's the National Carnival. There's definitely been wonderful footage. I followed as much as I could. I was actually at work, but I followed as much as I could on Facebook, who was live at the times. So I saw some of it. I want to shout out Fusion. If I have to join, if I ever have to jump in National Carnival, I think I'll consider Fusion. Fusion had some of the best costumes, but I'm looking at some of the goodie bags. I think this goodie bag situation is wonderful. It's almost like it's a competition amongst the bands. Big up Zuvo. Fusion, Tribe of 12 is another consideration for me for Carnival. They're definitely doing some of the most wonderful costumes, and it definitely shows because they've won Band of the Year. So congratulations to Tribe of 12. We want to shout out some of the other bands who were on the road. Um, I said Fusion, Zuvo, Tribe of 12. Trying to remember the other band names. I remember in Excess Energy all the time, and Excess Energy is not even on the road anymore. There used to be Red Unlimited. I'm not sure if they're still on the road. Legends was on the road. Legends, big up Legends. And some of the king and queen of the band costumes did so well on the road as well. And we had a lot of celebrities on the road as well. So big up to the celebrities. My favorite was Chloe, of course. I'm a big fan. So big up Chloe. We had the actress who plays Missandei from Game of Thrones. She was here as well. So big up to our carnival touching international waters. Wonderful. Just for fun. Thank you for that, Jason Alcindor. Just for fun band. That's right. Just for fun. Big up just for fun. All right. Good night to you, Jane Alcindor. Thank you. All right. So all this, and we have lots of carnival talk to happen still because all the various communities have the carnival. Canris Carnival was last weekend. Did anybody on our live jump Canris Carnival? How was it? Tell us how that was. I did not see any footage, unfortunately, of Canris Carnival. We've had Denry Carnival. Grosile Carnival is coming up. I've seen some of the costumes. And we have so many creative, and these creative outlets are wonderful. These creative outlets, we see so many things in terms of the designs of the costumes, the coloring, the color combinations, the feathers, the and these things take so much time to get together. People who put together carnival costumes, you are artists, okay? No doubt about it, you are artists. We had Panorama. That is another wonderful art form that I do not want to see die in St. Lucia. We need to get our children back into playing pan. Wonderful, wonderful instrument. Thankfully for Trinidad for inventing the pan. We love the pan music. We love our soca music. We love our drums. I want to say thank you to the Guadeloupe and Martinique and the French connection we have. Those costumes on the road, both days, y'all were in different costumes. Y'all were in heels. Y'all were beating the drums and going on. It was a presentation from start to finish. Wonderful, wonderful. Big up to our French connections. Wonderful. All right. We want to also encourage persons to attend our Calypso in Soufrière, which will be on Saturday. No, it's going to be Friday night, Friday, July 26th, 8 p.m. So Friday is going to be a very packed day. We're going to be celebrating the free anniversary from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we're going to be celebrating the life of Janet and Charles. And then we're going straight on to Calypso at 8 p.m. at the Soufrière Mini Stadium. So Calypso, 8 p.m. Soufrière Mini Stadium on the Friday night. Then the Saturday night, we have Wild Bamboo's Splash of Colors. And then Sunday, we have Carnival. So it's just as jam-packed as the National Carnival calendar. All right. So the National Carnival activities that take place in the North Soufrière is just as packed. Okay. So you don't want to miss a minute of it. We're going to be looking at people like Abbas, Gasper. There's a whole list of performers set for Friday night. I have the video with all the names. So if you want to know, I don't want to play the video and have it in the background, but I want to call out the names to you guys. So I want to make sure I give a shout out to all tonight, to Friday night's performance. All right, let me just want to give a special shout out to Kensley Shalmang and to A.G. Simpson, who are spearheading the Calypso Monarch competition here in Soufrière. We have performances from guest artists like Herb Black, Black Pearl, Boss Al, and Peter Pierre. All right, you can get tickets at Whispers or from Cabrina Epifan at the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, and also Cecil Charles from the Anglican Church Annex in Castries. But we're expecting performances from, let's see, like I said, A.G. Simpson is going to be headlining. So we definitely look forward to that. All Mix, Abbas, Gasper, Lady K, Jashim, Jalaki, Kenty, Mighty TJ, Lady J, Creaser, Lil Vicky, Mr. H, Shelly King, J Move. All right, so these are some of the artists expected to perform at the Soufre Calypso Party Monarch competition. Like I said, it's going to be Friday, July 26th, 8 p.m. $40 for the tickets. You can get your tickets from the Soufre Foundation. You can check Cabrina Epifan. You can check out Whispers and also the Cecil Charles at the Anglican Church Annex in Castries. So tickets available at these locations. Come out and support our Calypso Monarch in Soufre. Is going to be a wonderful time, wonderful way to start off our carnival in Soufre. So Friday we're partying, Saturday we're partying, Sunday we're partying, Monday we're partying, 4 days straight of partying. Don't miss out on it. All of this is wonderful things happening. And not too far from that, Emancipation is coming up August 1st. So we'll be bringing you news of what's going to be happening for Emancipation as soon as more information is available. So Emancipation is another thing we can look forward to coming up right after Carnival. Emancipation Day, August 1st, and then not too long after that, we have Journée Creole coming up. So we have wonderful things coming for us here in Soufre, in St. Lucia. Wonderful things to keep us entertained, occupy our minds, have us enjoy our life here in St. Lucia. There is currently an emancipation. I don't want to call it a documentary, but a presentation. If It's about an hour long, but it talks about how important emancipation is to us here in St. Lucia. So that's something you can check out. It's on our page on Soufre Constituency Group, as well as you can get it from me directly from WhatsApp. If you send me a message at 7313234, I can provide that video to you. But it's also on the St. Lucia government's page, all their pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So you can get that info about emancipation. That is something we can look forward to for August 1st. And then August 25th, we have a wonderful thing happening August 25th. That is the Walk of Progress. We are going to be showcasing so many things that have been happening that our government has provided for the country that we can be proud of. So we want to encourage persons to come out and participate in the March of Walk of Progress. So we're talking about some of the things like 3,703 taxpayers have received tax refunds, tax amnesty for businesses. There's no VAT on building supplies such as lumber, cement, plywood, galvanized, and steel. There is no VAT on solar system. So solar PV, heaters, getting your hot water now. There's no VAT on that. There's no VAT now on sanitary napkins and adult pampers. So feminine hygiene products as well as adult pampers, no VAT on those items. The fuel rebate for registered fishermen, take note, that's an important point. Fuel rebate for registered fishermen of $1.50 and has been taking it up to $2.50. Now, there has been training for over 300 farmers. There have been FADs deployed for fishermen. FADs are fish aggregating device. All right, we have one here in Soufre, so we're very grateful for that. That's why we see so much fish now. My fridge is very full of fish at the moment. So praise God for the FADs. Over 120,000 seedlings have been subsidized at a price of 20 cents for farmers. $270,000, which equals 9,000 bags of fertilizer subsidy to farmers. So $270,000 worth of fertilizer, which comes to 9,000 bags of fertilizer, have been subsidized to farmers. Over 1,000 farmers have received 1,000-gallon water tanks. Over 1,000 farmers have received 1,000-gallon water tanks. There have been 53 sea moss rafts deployed for farmers. 53 sea moss rafts deployed for farmers. $1,500 support to Dashin farmers. Last week, and we've been talking a lot about Dashin lately. There was supposed to be a Dashin festival taking place in Fossejac August 3rd that has been postponed because the weather has been definitely interrupting our Dashin our dashing cultivation. So we're also trying to export as much dashing as possible. There's currently a market for dashing. So dashing farmers have received $1,500 in support. 300 vessel tracking devices have been distributed. $10,000 subvention to farmers with disabilities. Over 300 farmers trained in good agricultural practices. And this is just a pin drop in so many of the things I mention here all the time. The facility fees being paid, CXC math and English being paid, as well as we have now TVET schools. There are free new TVET schools, TVET accredited schools. We also have a pre-kindergarten program in some schools. There's so many things being done in education, which I am always up for education. There's so many scholarships out now. Right now, we have a few scholarships out. I saw today that there is a couple OAS scholarships. One is for, I believe it's Illinois, and there is another Western Illinois that is up until August. You can apply until August 10th, I do believe. And there is also another one. I think it is. I'm just making sure I give you all the info about the scholarships, but there's so many of them circulating. There is one. Trying to see, it's definitely another OS. This one is a master's degree in project management in Costa Rica. That's right, Costa Rica. And there's also the Monroe scholarship is back out again, this time the up to August 10th, and you can apply. Yes, the course begins on August 10th, and that is Introduction to Innovation and Digital Entrepreneurship for Beginners and Innovation and Digital Entrepreneurship for Digital Business Owners. So these are fully funded. It's a free training program from Monroe College. So you can apply for that at 456-3200. Okay? All right. So wonderful things happening in the country, wonderful things happening in Soufrière. We want to encourage persons to take advantage of these opportunities, participate in these wonderful events, come out and support, especially here in Soufrière. We have these 4 days coming up where there's so many activities taking place that there's something for everybody. There's Calypso, there's Carnival, there's a kiddie section. There's so much happening that nobody should feel left out, and everything is relatively within cost economically. So we should expect full participation from our people in Soufrière. And I want to encourage our young people to participate in all these training programs. There's also another training program I wanted to mention. There's carpentry. Yes, carpentry, food service operations, and basic car maintenance. That is a free summer course that is at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. It is running from the 5th of August to the 27th of September for 8 weeks. You have to be over 16 for these courses. You can call 457-7392 or 457-7375 to register. The deadline is Wednesday, July 31st. That is next week, Wednesday is the deadline to register. So deadline for school bursary in Soufrière at the foundation is this week, Friday. Deadline to register for the Sir Arthur Lewis summer courses is next week, Wednesday. And the 10th of August is when the Monroe courses are starting. So we have something for everybody who is interested in expanding their brains and, getting more into the educational programs that are available. These are free programs. Take advantage while you can. All right. So we want to encourage everybody to take advantage of all of this. Those of you who are here with me on our live, once again, good night to everybody. We do hope that you have gotten some vital information from our program. If there's anything you want me to send to you or give you more information on or remind you of, please feel free to connect with me at 731-3234 so that we can give you as much information as possible on any of the things mentioned tonight. We once again want to encourage you to support the grieving families at the funerals this week. Rafik Faswa, Joan Modest, and Janet and Charles. Rafik and Joan is on Thursday the 25th, and on Friday the 26th is Janet and Charles. So we ask that you give the families your support. We ask that you support our carnival activities in the form of the Calypso Monarch on Friday night at 8 p.m. The Splash of Colors show at 8 p.m. on Saturday at the Sufra Mini Stadium side lawn. Also, the Sufra Carnival Sunday and Monday coming up. Please support these activities. We want to see all our super people united, coming together and having fun. Also, don't forget we are celebrating our free anniversary at the Sufre constituency office on Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So tonight we do want to say once again, thank you so very much for joining us. I have been your host for tonight, Reneata Dusauzay. You've been listening to our Let's Connect program on 88.5 Sufre FM. Do join us next week, Tuesday, where we'll most likely be giving you a very wonderful update on how Carnival went and any activities that are coming up after that. And don't forget the March of Progress and all the wonderful things that the government has been providing us, all our subsidies, all our assistance with gas, with rice, with flour, everything that they've been doing. You can come and celebrate and show your support August 25th at the March of Progress taking place in Castries from 2:30 p.m. So with that, we will be ending our program. I hope that everybody is going to have a celebratory week and continue to have a wonderful month as well. And we shall see you next week, Tuesday, on our program. Thank you so very much.